Hi everyone, welcome back. I am Robbie.
I'm Jye.
And we've got another teen sex comedy thing out. Blockers. I mean, is it technically cock blockers since the rooster's on it?
Yeah, this is the cock blockers. Yeah.
I guess it's, yeah. Blockers / cock blockers is out. Here are our thoughts.
Just going through the laundry, found these new thongs.
You know I love it when the music's loud, but come on, strip that down for me.
Tonight, I'm tearing these out with my teeth like an old school cartoon billy goat.
Honey, Mitch, those are your daughters. I'm ready. You look beautiful.
I used to hold that girl in the palm of my hand.
Kayla's becoming a woman. You're gonna have to deal with that.
Thanks, was looking for that.
We gonna light it up like it's prom night.
Dad, why are you here?
You think I'm gonna miss the most important night of your young life?
Isn't that graduation?
Graduation is for losers.
Blockers was directed by Kay Cannon and it stars Leslie Mann, Ike Barinholtz, John Cena. Apparently we're getting every single wrestler into show business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ike Barinholtz.
I said Ike Barinholtz.
Did you say Ike Barinholtz?
I did. You was the one I said.
Did you say, what about Ike Barinholtz?
I think I said him.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, the film follows three girls who have been lifelong friends since,
Childhood?
their first day of school.
Can't
And they make a pact to lose their virginity on prom night. And the parents are out to stop them.
and that's the story.
That's the whole thing. So there have been a lot of teen sex comedies lately, and a lot of them have missed the mark by a mile. Like, a lot of them just aren't very funny. I seem to have a higher tolerance for these films than you do. If done well, I think they can be pretty good films. I love films like Superbad and other ones along that line. This one, honestly, I think this is one of the better sex comedies that we've had in the past couple of years.
Yeah, it was alright.
And that's where we differ. This is not great cinema by any stretch, but for what it is setting out to do, I thought it was consistently funny. Not always laugh out loud funny, but I did get a couple of chuckles, mostly from Ike Barinholtz. I thought he was definitely the funniest character in the film. I think you agree with me on this. I think we both agree that when the film focuses on the parents is when it's much funnier.
Yes, definitely.
And much better when
The
it's
daughters,
focused
I didn't like the storyline
on
with
the
the
kids.
daughters.
I didn't mind the daughters. I thought they felt, for the most part, kind of natural. There are a few parts where it's like, okay, that doesn't feel like something a teenager would do.
When I say the daughters, it's the one daughter that I don't like.
Which one?
Her.
This lady.
Yeah.
John Cena's daughter.
I don't like her storyline. She just seems very forced and I don't know, like her. I guess it is, young people of that age are just obsessed with sex.
Right.
But I don't know. The jokes didn't land. Like, I saw her in the trailer and she's like, "Your dick into my vagina." I'm like, oh.
Yeah. See, now this is like, yeah. So that scene where she's saying, "Oh, your penis is gonna go straight in your bone." He's like, "We'll see where the night goes." Yep, it's gonna go into my vagina. That kind of thing. That's not very funny.
No.
I do agree with you that kind of thing is not where the comedy comes from.
No.
The comedy comes from the situation the parents are in.
Exactly. And for me, which is why when you give my star rating, it's half an acceptable movie.
Right.
Because I love Leslie Mann. I think she's very funny.
And she's funny here.
And she's very funny here. She has one moment, which is the one moment where I really cracked up. But she was very good. John Cena was
He's surprisingly good.
Surprisingly very funny.
John Cena has he's not afraid to make fun of himself.
No.
Which is exactly, if you're going to be in this type of movie, you have to just be able to go in and just make an absolute fool of yourself. And he does that very well here.
Definitely. And Ike Barinholtz, I've already said, was very, very good.
He was definitely the standout for me.
For me, it's both him and Leslie Mann who are the
Right.
standout. Because, like I said, I'm a big fan of hers. But it's when the daughters come along. The friendship bit I have no problem with. I like that. I think it's a nice aspect. And the mother to daughter and daughter to father scenarios I thought were nice. I would have liked to see more of that. I don't think there was enough. The film just spends when it's just on the girls, the film spends so much time on just sex jokes and drug jokes and sex jokes and drug jokes, and I was like, enough. And it's the same. I felt like the same joke repeating over and over and over, and it wasn't just that. It's the same joke we've seen in every other teen sex comedy, just not done nearly as well.
While I agree with you, I do think it was done better in this film. Because something about this film, this movie just shouldn't have worked. It just seems like, just another generic sex comedy, blah blah. I think here it is done. It is just written better here. I think anyway, compared to some of the other.
Well, like I said, the parents bit I think is written very well.
Right.
But maybe if I'll see it again, I might enjoy it better. These kind of movies I do tend to sometimes enjoy better on second watch.
Right. I'm not saying this is like masterpiece of the year or anything. It's very middle ground, but for what it is and for what it's done, and for being like the teen sex comedy, I think it is. I think it's pretty decent.
Yeah, I think maybe I was just so put off with just some of the daughter jokes that I was just like, I'm done with this movie.
Right.
And yeah, there are some very nice touching scenes towards the end. I'll give it that. There is some nice awkward comedy throughout it with the parents trying to like follow the daughters.
Yeah.
Okay, one thing I have to say. There is one scene in this that I despise so much.
Right.
And it's the vomit scene.
Oh yeah, I totally agree with you.
Why?
I totally agree with you.
Do movies think that a vomit scene is just because someone vomits does not automatically make it funny?
So we'll describe. So the scene what happens here. They're in a limo.
If you don't want this joke ruined, just switch away for a couple of minutes.
Skip ahead 30 seconds. But what happens is one person vomits, and then another person projectile vomits, and then everybody starts projectile vomiting.
Smell and
like everybody's vomiting at the same time. And okay, like so. I agree.
And it's all in a limo, and then
vomiting in films can be funny if it's done properly.
Yeah.
That's over the top, too far. That's not funny. I agree with you for that.
And then like one of the daughters, one of them like, cause they're in the limo driving ahead of Leslie Mann and the parents.
And she goes up.
She goes up and she vomits on their screen, and then it causes it's no.
While I agree with you, the stuff like that is overpowering. I do believe that this film is just slightly better written overall than a lot of other movies of the genre. Should we just go to star rating? Should we?
Yeah.
What are you going?
Okay, well, at the moment, I can't know if I gave it 2 or 2.5. I'm going to give it 2.5.
Right.
I'll go straight middle ground. I'm giving half good remarks for the parent story and taking away for the daughter storyline.
Of course.
Like I said, I'm hoping... I'm not going to go and pay to rewatch it on the big screen, no way. But if it comes on Netflix, I will give it another go. Hopefully I'll enjoy it better. Right. Might boost up to a 3. I'm definitely not going to give it any more than a 3, I know that.
Okay.
But 2.5 I'm sitting at for now, and I'll see what happens in the future.
As I've said with my rating, I'm rating the film purely on what it's trying to do. If it succeeded as a sex comedy, as a teen sex comedy, I think this one's written a bit better than the rest of late. So with that in mind, I'm going 3.5. I think it succeeds. It's funny. It's consistently funny. For me, it wasn't laugh out loud funny, but I found it takes a lot for me to laugh out loud in a movie. Like even my favorite comedies, even though I'm not laughing out loud, I think they're hilarious. So like that's just who I am. But yeah, this one does a good job at what it's trying to do. So yeah, 3.5 for me. It's just fun.
Yeah.
I'll do anything for my daughter.
What about a chugging contest?
Bring it. No, we're chugging, right?
We're butt chugging.
On the count of 3.
Oh! They got a lager or an IPA?
Oh.
Doesn't matter.
Oh my God.
Jesus, he's spit roasting himself.
Post, right?
Post! Oh! Aspen! Oh!
Are you a team player or aren't you?
I just chugged a 40 with my asshole. I'm a team player.
Alright guys, those are our thoughts on Rooster Blockers. the new comedy starring John Cena. Let us know what you thought of the film. Did you like it? Did you not like it very much? We always love hearing your comments, so leave them below. Until next time, see you in the movies.